In China's Tang Dynasty, many poets likened Wu-Wei to the best aspects of being drunk. It wasn't alcoholism they were promoting, but the decline in rigidity and anxiety that sometimes comes with being a little drunk, and which can help us to accomplish certain tasks. One poet compared someone inspired by Wu-Wei to a drunk man who falls uninjured from a moving cart. Such is their spiritual momentum that they are unaffected by accidents and misfortunes that might break those of a more controlled and controlling mindset. Theories of painting from the Tang period onwards made Wu-Wei central to artistic practice. Rather than laboriously attempting to reproduce nature as faithful copyists, the artist should find nature within themselves and surrender to its calls. The painter's task is not to imitate the external surface of things, but to present the qui, or spirit of things like mountains, trees, birds, and rivers, by feeling some of this spirit in themselves, and then letting it flow out through the brush onto silk or paper. It followed that Taoist thinkers revered not just the finished work of art, but the act of painting itself, and considered artists' studios as places for applied philosophy. The Tang Dynasty poet Fu Zai described a big party that had been thrown to witness the painter Zhang Zhou in action. Right in the middle of the room, he sat down with his legs spread out, took a deep breath, and his inspiration began to issue forth. Those present were as startled as if lightning was shooting across the heavens or a whirlwind was sweeping up into the sky. The ink seemed to be spitting from his flying brush. He clapped his hands with a cracking sound. Suddenly, strange shapes were born. When he'd finished, there stood pine trees, scaly and riven, crags, steep and precipitous, clear water and turbulent clouds. He threw down his brush, got up and looked around in every direction.